Jorge Masvidal thought a guest host spot on ALF Reality, the offbeat Anything Goes streaming series, would be a laid-back promo run before UFC 316. Instead, cameras caught a full-blown dust-up that left the studio floor speckled with crimson. Footage shows Masvidal barking orders as two cast members trade wild hooks. When a security guard tries to intervene, Gamebred himself lunges forward, waving the crowd back like a general demanding space for proper work. Viewers counted at least 3 separate scuffles before the director finally yelled cut, but by then the damage and the viral clip were already done. And yet, that wasn't even the wildest ripple the brawl sent through the MMA. Within hours, Joe Rogan fired up his podcast and let the nostalgia flow. He confessed missing the days when every heavyweight looked like a comic book supervillain. Translation: pre-USADA, pre-random blood tests, peak Alistair Overeem, and his horse meat memes. Rogan insists today's division feels soft, packed with fat heavyweights, coasting on size instead of terror. He stops short of literally calling for open-season PEDs, but the subtext is clear. He believes some freak power and danger have leaked out of the sport, but that viewpoint clashed head-on with a rising champion's data-driven perspective. Tom Aspinall fired back on UK radio. "Show me stats. MMA ends concussions quicker." He cited medical studies comparing repeated 10 counts in boxing, sometimes 200-plus blows across 36 minutes, against MMA's single fight-ending shot, immediately followed by ref stoppage and shorter rounds. Aspinall argues that stricter protocols and faster interventions actually spare athletes from long, silent damage. It's a safety narrative that undercuts any call for a return to the unregulated needle-in-locker-room era. Still, debates like this don't stay theoretical for long. Earlier this week, grainy sparring clips of Dustin Poirier surfaced on social media. No fancy overlays, no hype track, just clean pinpoint combos off both stance switches. Behind the mitts was a rotation of lanky featherweight kickers brought in to mimic Max Holloway's endless volume. Poirier's team insists he's remixing his boxing with a fresh layer of calf kick punishment and an overhauled gas tank program built around military-style metabolic circuits. Fans notice he's added visible lean mass while somehow keeping that classic bounce. Yet Poirier's silent grind contrasts sharply with the noise surrounding another heavyweight stuck on the... Alexander Volkov told Russian press that John Jones's drawn-out rehab and the UFC's willingness to wait has created a traffic jam for every would-be contender. In Volkov's words, a king who refuses to fight leaves the kingdom starving. While Aspinall shaves seconds off sprint times, Volkov says he's left guessing whether to peak in July, October, or next year. The subtle jab: if the champ can delay, strip talk should be on the table. But the heavyweight logjam is only half the story. A storm is brewing one class down. Henry Cejudo confirmed rumors that an unaired pound-for-pound episode went off the rails when Kamaru Usman mocked Belal Muhammad's "nobody remembers your fights" comment. After a volley of barbs, Belal flipped a chair, Usman stood up, and the crew jumped in. No punches, just a tangle of arms and chirps of "hold me back." Still, the tension set the tone. Belal wants Usman, or the Usman Buckley winner, to clear his path to a GSP-style run, legacy, or bust. From welterweight heat, we swing to a light heavyweight redemption arc so dramatic it feels scripted. But every coach, Roundtree's last setback stung, so he's rebuilt. Step 1, add powerlifting triples on Monday mornings, ditching old bodybuilding volume that drained endurance. Step 2, scrap the open mat free-for-all and drill nothing but fight-specific entries under a single voice, new head coach Rodolfo Vargas. Step 3, daily DM feedback loops with sports psych clinician Dr. Elena Schultz, who calls his new mental reset drill Fight, Flight, Flow. The payoff? Sparring partners claim his left kick now sounds like someone slamming a car door. He gets Jamahal Hill on June 21st, and insiders whisper upset. All this evolution begs one question: Why do some aging icons still chase chaos outside sanctioned walls? Daniel Cormier watched the latest Nate Diaz street scuffle clip and just shook his head. He respects Diaz's gangster folklore but wonders aloud, Nate's pushing 40, family at home, pockets full. Why risk it? DC believes Diaz's brand is locked. Street fights no longer add edge, they add liability. Yet that restless Stockton energy refuses to settle, and maybe that's the attraction fans can't quit. Speaking of attraction, nothing pulled eyeballs this week like Masvidal's reality TV carnage, and the fallout is... By morning, the clip hit 7 million views. Florida State Athletic Commission now wants statements. The show's producers claim mutual misunderstanding. Masvidal, ever the marketer, tweets a blood smear photo captioned, "We live, we learn, we scrap." UFC brass remains silent, but insiders hint fines won't dent his UFC 316 call-out spot. In a perverse way, the chaos may have inflated his pay-per-view upside. Fans smell unpredictability, and unpredictability sells. Yet even viral madness needs a finishing touch. 1 week, 5 continents of chatter. From Rogan's craving for the head-kicking titans of old, to Aspinall's statistical crusade, to a studio floor slick with Masvidal-fueled adrenaline. Every thread proves a single point. MMA isn't just about fists colliding. It's about narratives colliding in real time, each punchline rolling into the next uproar. So the next time someone says today's fight scene looks tame, remind them how quickly a podcast rant, a training camp leak, or a reality show meltdown can set the feed ablaze. And keep watching, because if this week has taught us anything, the story only pauses when the ref steps in. Then it starts all over again. Hit subscribe, drop a comment on the wildest headline, and buckle up. Tomorrow's twist is already loading.